Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric from the Eric Street Photography Blog. So, wanted to give you guys some practical advice on how to brand yourself as a photographer. So, I don't really like the word branding because I think it's kind of BS. Rather, instead of branding, think about trust. A brand is nothing but trust. So, for example, I buy Nike shoes because I trust that by buying a Nike shoes, it's A, high quality, won't fall apart on me after a year or two of using it. Two, I trust that by buying Nike shoes, it will make me get a six pack, it'll make me stronger, it'll essentially make me like LeBron James. Thirdly, I trust Nike because it's been around for a very long time and they pour millions and billions of dollars into marketing and advertising. So I trust that Nike, wearing Nike shoes or Nike clothes, will help me become the best version of myself. Another company that does branding very well, but is actually starting to slip, is Leica. To buy a Leica camera, so digital cameras start like 7 grand, lenses are around like $3,000 and up. To buy a Leica camera is that you trust that the Leica camera will A, be durable and last you your entire lifetime. Two, you trust Leica that because Henri Cartier-Bresson and all these famous old photographers used Leica cameras, that shooting with a Leica camera will help you become a better photographer. And thirdly, you trust, I mean, this is kind of a weird thing now, Leica is being branded as a luxury item. So you trust that if you buy a Leica camera, people will respect you more as a photographer, look up to you, and therefore boost your low self-esteem. I buy Apple products because I trust in the vision of Steve Jobs that the humanity is married with technology can make something really beautiful. I trust that by using a MacBook computer, it will be sexy, light, powerful, and help me be more creative. So if you want to brand yourself as a photographer, it's not about having a fancy logo, it's not about having a lot of Instagram followers, it's not about having some sort of slick presentation. To brand yourself as a photographer or a human being, it just means to build trust. I'll give you some practical ways to build trust. So I will not give you any advice that I personally do not do in my life. So let me give you an example. I've built trust by making YouTube videos and blog posts from 2011 up until now. So I'm recording this in 2017. So I've built trust by constantly blogging and making videos for about 6 years. I think on this channel alone, I might have over 500 videos. I've written over 2,700 blog posts. And the only way I could define my success is I work really fucking hard because I'm so passionate. I love this shit so much that I want to share this enthusiasm with you. So, let me give you an example. I drink a shitload of coffee, not because it like makes me feel good. Well, I mean, it of course makes me feel good. I'm also like an addict. It's for me to be more productive, to make you guys more of this kind of useful information that which I hope can empower you, not because I'm going to get any ad revenue, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually have intentionally not put ads on these videos because I think they're annoying as fuck when I see them on other people's videos. And even though I could easily make probably $3,000, $5,000 a month just putting ads on it, I don't think it's really worth it. Because I follow the silver rule. Do not do unto others as you do not like others to do unto you. So I don't like when people put ads in front of my YouTube videos, the videos I want to watch, so I will not therefore do that to you. This is actually why I uninstalled the YouTube app off my devices, because it's just fucking ads left and right. Anyways, you need to build trust, and it takes a really long time. So think about it in just real life human relationships. You meet a guy at a party, he tells you how handsome, smart, sexy, and rich he is. Are you going to trust this person in this first encounter? No. People who attend an Eric Kim workshop and who will spend $5,000 to attend a workshop with me, they've been watching my YouTube video, they've been reading my blog for like at least 2, 3 years, some of them like 5 years. And so they already know me inside and out. So just know that building trust, it just takes a really long time, and you kind of have to know your shit. So I think I could confidently state I am the most knowledgeable person on street photography on planet Earth. Yeah, I think that's a claim I can make. Yeah. Hmm. So if someone attends an Eric Kim street photography workshop, they're not just paying to walk around with me and take photos. They're paying for the opportunity to learn all this distilled information that I learned about street photography over the last 10 years, to empower them and help them become the most fearless, most confident, and the best street photographer they want to become. Second thing you got to do with branding yourself as a photographer: own your own platform. So what I mean by that is that if this is a simple rule. If you do not pay for your website, or you do not pay for your blog or your platform, you do not own the platform, and you are the product. So what I meant to say by that is that if you want to brand yourself as a photographer, this is very counterintuitive advice. I would say do not use Facebook, do not use Twitter, and do not use Instagram. The strongest brands, in my opinion, are the ones that decide not to use social media. So, I mean, Apple kind of compromised, but for a long time, Apple didn't have any social media accounts that were not Apple products. So I think Apple only recently started an Instagram, maybe Facebook fan page, but I still think Apple doesn't have an Instagram, because it's in Apple's best interest to build their own platform, right? Other things which I think is really cool. Kendrick Lamar, arguably probably the best rapper alive, does not use Instagram or social media. And he usually keeps his smartphone off. And so he doesn't get distracted by petty bullshit. Stuff happens on the internet. He can focus on the most important thing as an artist and a creative person, to actually create shit. I'm a huge Kanye fan. He recently deleted his Instagram, his Twitter, with his millions of followers. And he doesn't own a cell phone. And that just gives him more time and room to breathe and to create. Because to brand yourself as a photographer, once again, isn't just uploading a bunch of shit to Instagram and Facebook and social media. It's building value, building your knowledge, and actually creating art, creating cool shit. So like, for example, let's say you want to make a living teaching photography workshops like I do. So you're going to get people to trust you and spend $5,000 to attend your workshop by blogging a lot to show that you're knowledgeable about whatever you're talking about. 2, to not be fake, so say what's on your mind. Speak on YouTube or whatever, your blog, like you do in real life, so people don't meet you in real life and say, wow, this person's fake. Third thing is, sorry, I'm going to get a little bit off topic. If you want to make a lot of money as a photographer, you have to do 2 things. Either give away your information for free or charge a lot of money for it. So what I do is I give away all my information for free, like these YouTube videos and blog posts, whatever. But if someone wants to attend an Eric Kim workshop, they'll spend $5,000 on it. Or I'm at a coffee shop and I meet some random photography kid who's like a high schooler or a college student. And then I'll sit down with them, I'll look at their portfolio, and I'll give them advice for like an hour or 2. I'll do that for free, obviously, right? But let's say a big company comes up to me and they want my consulting fees, I'll charge at least $5,000 US an hour. Taking that a step further, if I want to make these YouTube videos and give them for free, I'll never put ads on it because that's annoying as shit. Rather, let's say a company comes up to me and says, oh, Eric, we want you to shoot this commercial for Porsche or, I don't know, Leica, whatever. I'll say, okay, that's at least, I'm gonna charge at least $250,000 to do that. And so either give away your stuff for free or charge a lot of money for the dogs are going crazy. So going back to branding, make your own website. So bluehost.com and register it through wordpress.org. So that WordPress, so the way you can think about it is bluehost.com is the website provider and you pay them like, I don't know, 10, 20 bucks a month, whatever it may be. WordPress is like, okay, let me give an analogy. Okay, so I'm going to use a car analogy. So imagine you have a garage, like a mechanic's garage. Bluehost is like the garage owner. That's like the landlord you pay the rent for. And then you have this big garage. WordPress is like your car, right? So WordPress is your car and there's an engine inside of it. And you could upgrade the engine however you like. So you could add on headers, exhaust, new rims, whatever. And these are some things called plugins. You could apply different themes on top of your WordPress car. So the theme could just be like the exterior paint color. So let's say you have a 1970 Corvette and it's, black. You want to put on a fresh paint of blue paint, then that's a new theme. Let's say you want to put on like some headers and a turbocharger exhaust. That's like adding new plugins. Generally speaking, if you're starting your own business and you want to brand yourself, pay money for the shit you buy because there's no hidden catch. Anything that's free, there's always a hidden catch somewhere. So for me, I actually don't use Bluehost.com because I started way too long ago. I use oneandone.com and I actually don't recommend them. They kind of suck, but I'm kind of trapped into their platform. Anyways, I paid them, I think for my server now, I pay like 150 bucks a month because there's a lot of people visiting my site and bandwidth is kind of like, the way you think about it is like water. So you have a bunch of water going through the pipes. And everyone's trying to sip some of the water through a straw. And the more people visit my website, this stream of water keeps getting thinner and thinner. And so at the point you're sipping the speed through a straw, and it gets really slow. So you have to pay more money to expand the water pipe so more people could drink this water. It's actually a pretty good analogy. So anyways, Bluehost.com, start off with the cheapest plan. I think it might come with a domain name. So the easiest way is just firstname.lastname.com. If that's not available, firstname, last name, photo.com. If that's not available, first name, middle name, last name, photo.com. Don't use any of those weird .net or .photo. Like, no one's ever going to use that stuff. People get confused. Just use .com. It's best to have your own first name, last name.com because you are the brand, meaning you are the company. You're trying to build up your name. Practical examples. I just spent Cindy actually helped me, spent $1,500 US, so $1,500 US to buy airkim.com. That means that I own my name and own my brand. So if one day I want to do interior design, or I want to do architecture, or I want to do car design, I want to do watch design, I want to do clothing design, I want to do whatever, I have the creative flexibility to do that. Also, like, I don't even like airkimphotography.com anymore because it's kind of a mouthful. And what if I don't want to do photography no more? You might not want to do photography anymore. I'm still kind of glad that I did airkimphotography.com, not airkimstreetphotography.com, so I didn't get pigeonholed at least into street photography because I kind of got to the certain point where I didn't like getting pigeoned in just within street photography, and I want to expand. Now my bigger ambition is to branch off to photography, maybe more of these kind of videos like photography entrepreneurship, how to make money through photography, and then ultimately anything about art. Anyways, those are my steps. So when it comes to branding, to brand yourself is to build trust, to have good quality. So quality as defined by, actually no, I take that back. I don't even like the word quality. You just have to hustle hard and make a lot of cool shit, okay? So for example, my personal philosophy is create something 80% good enough and just hit publish. What is 80% good enough? That's for you to decide. So for example, when I make these videos, it's all one take. Like, you know, there's cars coming in the background, and you know, Cindy's mom just came home, and you know, my hair looks weird, and it's not the ideal situation. However, I still think it's valuable, so I'm creating this to you as my gift. A lot of us fall into perfectionism. We want it to be perfect and we just never do shit. The first lesson in physics is an object without an outside force to it will remain static. You need an outside force to be acted upon it in order to drive your potential forward. So all matter has potential energy, but you have to actually move upon the power thing to essentially become the best version of yourself. So now I've removed the word perfect or even great from my vocabulary. I just say good. Just make good videos, make good blog posts, make good art, make good music. And to me, good is 80% good, and I can just say publish. Because perfection doesn't exist in nature. So if you go outside and look at a tree, does a tree ever become perfect? No. It keeps growing and then it just reaches its natural potential, but it never becomes perfect, right? So same thing in your art. Know that in your art, your creativity, your photography, you'll never be perfect, but you'll be good. Just hit publish. If you're starting off as a photography entrepreneur, there's something I learned from Google which is quite good. It's called the 10x principle. Is that look at what your competition is doing and try to do 10 times better than them or 10 times more than them. So I don't know what it means to do something 10 times better than somebody, but I know what it means to do something 10 times more than somebody. So let me give you an example. A lot of these YouTubers make daily vlogs, right? And there are people, oh man, that's so hard. You got to make one video every day, blah, blah. I'm like, if I could 10x that, what if I made 10 videos a day? Of course, people, oh, you're spamming us, Eric, I'm going to unsubscribe, blah, blah, blah. But to me, I want my creativity to flow like water. I don't want no dams in front of my water. And this is going to be a very bad analogy, but to me, my creativity is like diarrhea. I just want it to keep flowing out of me. I don't want to be creatively constipated and just not let my creativity out. Sorry for that, guys. So when it comes to photography branding, your first name, last name.com. In terms of themes for WordPress.org, I recommend Genesis. Genesis is like, so going back to the car analogy, Genesis is the theme. It's like the blue paint around your 1970s Mustang. And within Genesis, you could buy child themes, which is like, imagine the upholstery of your seats. So inside your Mustang, you decide upon like red leather seats, whatever, right? So I think the one I currently use is called like Monochrome or something. And then because I already bought Genesis for like $100, I think the theme cost me like $50. And you know, it's so weird. People really don't like to spend money on the internet. But if you, like, it's such a minimal investment. Like you could spend less than, so let's say your monthly hosting is like, I don't know, let's say $20 a month. You buy a theme for $100, another child theme for $50. You already have a laptop, computer, smart. Like, you could start your business for less than $200 US dollars. Most people could afford that. And I'm sorry, I'm speaking to Americans. I don't know for the rest of the world. But essentially, don't be a slave to social media. Do not use platforms which are free. So, do not use Instagram. Massive waste of time. Don't bother with Facebook fan page. Also waste of time, because what happens, even me, like I have 100,000, like close to 100,000 followers on Facebook. Now I have to, every time, if I want my post to reach a larger audience, I have to boost it and pay them at least like 20, $30 to reach like 10% of my audience. If I just post something to Facebook now, maybe only like, I don't know, like 100 people see it out of the 100,000. Isn't that whack? And Twitter, unfortunately, no one really uses Twitter anymore. So how do you market yourself and how do you build your brand? Ancient times, word of mouth, right? So if you want to start a business doing, let's say, I'm going to use photography workshops as an example. Write these really good articles and just share them with friends. Share them with email. And I'm not saying just like delete Facebook. Still share them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like whatever you use. Like, but let the hype grow organically. Do not pay advertising to boost up your posts. It's like a waste of money. Rather, let word of mouth spread. Also, another good tip to do is if you want to build up your blog, interview other photographers who you admire, and then once you publish interview, they will share those blog posts with their friends. So that's an easy way to build organic traffic. Another very good way is to do guest blog posts on other more popular websites. So when I was starting off, Darren Rose, thanks Darren, gave me a lot of opportunities to blog on Digital Photography School, aka #1 photo website for photography learning and beginners on the web. So I did a blog post like 10 tips for the aspiring street photographer. Shit went viral and linked to my blog, and just the fucking traffic just went up. Also, another pro tip, this is actually very counterintuitive, turn off and disable stats on your website, because that's just going to fuck up your emotions. Like, I have kept my stats disabled the last 3 years, and now actually I'm a lot happier. And also by not owning I don't own a smartphone anymore. I don't do email anymore. I'm only about empowering people and making money. I'm just halfway kidding. So don't get distracted by social media, because it's a massive waste of time. Also, ways to build up your audience is, I'm actually a big fan of Google and YouTube. Their motto is "Don't be evil." I think Google is probably the least unethical big company out there. I think the only two really least unethical companies I consider is maybe Google and Apple. I don't trust Facebook. I don't trust Instagram. I really don't trust that many other folks. But anyways, start your own YouTube channel. I mean, that's free. And I would recommend do not monetize off ads, because you're going to essentially be getting nickels and dimes off of YouTube. Like even, let me give you an example. So me, I have 50,000 subscribers about. If I make a YouTube, if I put ads on my YouTube videos, I might make like $3,000 to $5,000 a month, which is good money, right? But I think it's a better marketing strategy to keep the videos open and free, so people could watch these lectures and concepts and ideas for free without stupid ads. And then let's say, out of 10,000 subscribers, there's one subscriber who's a multi-million-dollar hedge fund manager and attends one of my workshops. And I actually have friends who are worth hundreds of millions of dollars who are hedge fund managers, friends who are Hollywood producers, friends, big tech angel investors. So I know a lot of really rich people worth millions of dollars. To me, it makes more sense for me to just find one of these people on the planet Earth and charge, let's say, $10,000 for a workshop, rather than, and then let's say I just find 10 of these people, $10,000 times 10 people. Like, let's say a nice week-long workshop to Tokyo or something. That's 100 grand in a week's worth of work. Would you rather make 100 grand? It's like you could buy a used Lamborghini off of that, one of my life goals. Or would you make, I don't know, $3,000 a month? And that's kind of high end. Like, to be frank, you might only be earning like $1,000, $2,000. So I think that's why YouTube ads I think ads are stupid. Rather than advertising other people's shit, advertise your own shit. My biggest inspiration was from Jay-Z. He stopped rapping about other brands. He made his own brands and started rapping about his own brands. That's why, even for me, I like to rap or blog about my own shit. So, like, film like a camera and buy the new Henri strap, because it's the best camera strap that exists on the market. Or get a Ricoh GR camera, no affiliation, with the Henri wrist strap. Actually, it's going to be called the Airkin Black wrist strap, which actually has this thingy to be attached. It's not available yet, but it'll be available soon. Just check out the blog. To make your own shit, to promote yourself. Don't be afraid to promote yourself. For some reason, they're like, oh my God, you know, Eric Kim is such a self-entitled, stupid, self-promoter, blah, blah. Why is that bad to self-promote? Like, shouldn't you self-promote? Like, if you believe in your own product, if you believe in yourself, shouldn't you self-promote? I think everyone who criticizes other for being self-promotional, they get too emotional because they're insecure about themselves. Um, Sorry, I was thinking of some rhymes. A lot of people will criticize you on the path of entrepreneurship to become the best version of yourself and to make money. People are like, oh, you're charging way too much money. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're a fraud. Trust me, I've got all of it. I'll tell you guys some life stories later. But my simple suggestion is don't read comments. Don't look at page views. Just don't listen to nobody but your own inner heart and your own conscience. Ignore everybody else. It's good advice. And when in doubt, just make stuff. And the ultimate aim isn't to make a shitload of money. The ultimate aim is to empower humanity, to help other people become the best of yourself, a version of themselves. Like, even with me, like, I'm fucking rich. Like, me and Cindy, I take no credit. It's actually Cindy. We make over $200,000 a year. We have over $150,000 in the bank. I fucking wear the same Uniqlo shit every single day. I don't own a car. I don't have a phone. I feel like I'm the only one who took the red pill in the Matrix, and I kind of see reality clearly. I don't need no more money. Like, my life's mission is to be a humanist and to empower the rest of humanity in the short, like, 40 more years I have left on this planet, or 60. I don't know, however long. Who knows? I might die tonight because I'm texting. Well, I don't have a phone anymore. But you never know when you're gonna die. Like, driving in LA, it could be a pretty fucking scary place, right? Is that all these crazy folks? Maybe I should just never leave my house. But anyways, my practical advice for you, as you, my fellow entrepreneur or budding entrepreneur, take more risks. Put your living expenses to the minimum. See if you can survive off of $2 a day on food. It's a fun challenge. Drink all your coffee at home for free, or just go to the Starbucks and just order the cheapest coffee and sit there for like 12 hours. If you're starting off, if you really want to be successful, write at least one blog post a day, 7 days a week. One blog. I'll give you keys to success. Okay, one blog. Branding by Eric Kim. So this is all you have to do. One blog post a day. One YouTube video a day. And offer products that you could sell. So either create your own products like camera straps or bags, whatever it be, sell it for a lot of money, give away all your information for free, and also plan a workshop, right? And to be frank, if you do this every single day, one blog post a day, one YouTube video a day, I think within a year or two, yeah, you could build an audience and people who spend $500 to attend a 2-day workshop. You could just cap it at like 12 people. That's $6,000 for a 2-day workshop. Not bad, right? And hustle like Eric Kim, 2011 to 2017, 6 years. It's not even that long, 6 years. 2,700 blog posts, 500 YouTube videos, and then yeah, you can start charging $10,000 on a workshop, and use that money to build a local community center to help poor kids, to help out your mom, to help out your younger sister, to help out your family, and then to help the rest of humanity. So friend, I believe in you. You got this shit. All right. Peace out.